Imagine your body as a living mirror of your mind. Every thought, every emotion sends chemical messages through your bloodstream, whispering to your DNA what kind of person you believe you are. This is where science meets spirituality. In the field of epigenetics, how perception and environment influence the expression of your genes. Let's begin with the research that started it all. In the 1980s, cell biologist Dr. Bruce Lipton at Stanford University conducted an experiment that would change biology forever. He placed genetically identical stem cells in 3 different culture dishes. Each dish had a different nutrient environment, and those identical cells became muscle, fat, or bone. The DNA was the same, the environment made the difference. Lipton concluded that genes are not fixed blueprints. They're responsive programs directed by chemical signals from their surroundings. In humans, that environment is shaped by our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions. This idea echoes decades of genetic research. The Human Genome Project revealed that humans have far fewer genes than scientists expected, roughly 20,000, proving that genes alone cannot explain human complexity or behavior. Modern epigenetic research confirms this. At McGill University, Dr. Michael Meaney and Dr. Moshe Szyf studied how mother rats' nurturing behavior affected their pups. The offspring of mothers who licked and groomed their babies showed reduced stress hormones and permanent changes in a gene controlling cortisol receptors through a process called DNA methylation. This same principle has been observed in humans. Children exposed to chronic stress or trauma show altered methylation patterns in genes regulating emotion and immunity. Studies after the Dutch hunger winter 1944-45 found that babies conceived during famine grew up with higher rates of metabolic disease. Decades later, scientists discovered epigenetic marks in genes related to growth and glucose regulation, proof that environmental stress can echo across generations. In short, your biology remembers your experiences. Now let's connect this to the brain through neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity means the brain rewires itself in response to experience. Psychiatrist Dr. Jeffrey Schwartz at UCLA showed that patients with obsessive-compulsive disorder could literally retrain their brains. Through mindfulness and cognitive redirection, they weakened old fear circuits in the caudate nucleus and strengthened healthier pathways, results verified by PET scans. Dr. Norman Doidge popularized these discoveries in The Brain That Changes Itself, showing that focused attention and imagination reshape brain maps. And Dr. Caroline Leaf, a cognitive neuroscientist, demonstrated how intentional thinking can detox harmful thought patterns and build new synaptic connections within 21 days, her brain detox program being one practical example. So neuroplasticity and epigenetics work together. Your thoughts change your brain, and your brain's chemistry changes your genes. Meditation and mind over biology. Neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza has measured this transformation in real time. In studies published between 2014 and 2020, participants practicing heart-brain coherence meditation showed increased levels of immunoglobulin A, IgA, an antibody linked to immunity, downregulation of pro-inflammatory genes like NF-κB, greater synchrony between prefrontal and limbic regions, recorded via EEG. Meanwhile, Dr. Richard Davidson at the University of Wisconsin-Madison found that long-term meditators display higher gamma-wave activity and structural growth in areas related to empathy and self-regulation. When you shift from emotions like fear and guilt to gratitude and love, you literally change which genes your cells express and how your neurons communicate. Moving now to the broader names shaping this science, Dr. Eric Nestler, Mount Sinai, showed how stress alters gene expression in the brain's reward circuits, influencing depression and addiction. Dr. Elizabeth Binder, Max Planck Institute, found early trauma leaves epigenetic marks on the FKBP5 gene linked to cortisol regulation. Dr. Randy Jertel, Duke University, famous agouti mouse study proved that maternal diet can silence or activate genes controlling obesity and coat color. Dr. Moshe Szyf and Dr. Michael Meaney, McGill, pioneered behavioral epigenetics connecting nurture, stress, and gene function. Together, their work shows that life experience, belief, and perception are biochemical forces shaping biology. What this means for you. Every belief you hold about health, love, or success isn't just psychological, it's molecular. Thoughts create electrical signals in your brain, those signals trigger neurochemicals, and those chemicals instruct your DNA how to behave. A mindset of fear instructs genes for survival. A mindset of love instructs genes for growth. Change the signal, and you change the cell's behavior. Your biology is not your destiny, it's your reflection. What is the quantum connection? At the quantum level, observation and energy are inseparable. Your consciousness, the field of awareness behind thought, is the observer influencing probabilities. Epigenetics and quantum theory converge on one truth: energy responds to intention. When your inner world changes, your physical form follows, because matter is energy slowed down into visibility. Let's bring it home. Epigenetics proves you can rewrite your genetic expression. Neuroplasticity shows you can reshape your brain. Quantum physics reveals you can influence the field itself. You are not a fixed set of genes, you are a dynamic expression of awareness. Your body is listening to every word you think and every emotion you feel. When you align thought, emotion, and belief, you become the author of your own biology. That's the true biology of belief. Before you go, if this expanded your perspective, don't forget to like, subscribe to Quantum Life, and share it with someone ready to take control of their inner chemistry. Remember, you are not limited by your genes. You are guided by your beliefs.